This is how to sell crypto from your Ledger device and receive money back into your bank account. There's two ways to do this, which I'll go through. The first is using the buy sell feature on Ledger Live. And the second option, which I recommend, is using a major centralized exchange to send the crypto in there, trade it, and then withdraw the money. That's going to be far more robust and reliable, and usually way cheaper as well. On the buy sell feature on Ledger Live, you can go ahead with this. So if you press sell, it's going to give you the assets that you can sell, and then you just have to choose the fiat currency that you want to receive. I can't go ahead with this on my Ledger Live, so I'm just going to show you on the buy side and what the actual options are. It's the same anyway. So if you want to go ahead and swap a crypto for a fiat currency, you can do that. You can press continue, and then it gives you the options here. So as you can see, there's ACH in the States. In Europe, there's SEPA. In the UK, there's faster payments, Visa, MasterCard, and some other payment methods, right? Now, the fees on these change. So if you're receiving money back into a card, like through Visa, MasterCard, Apple, Google Pay, the fees are really high. They're going to be like 2% card fees. And the exchange that we use also is going to be very expensive. So I'm going to find the eligible partners here, and it's going to find them for me. And what you'll usually find is it's one of the fiat currency on and off ramps, Simplex, MoonPay, something like that. These are really, really expensive exchanges, and I don't recommend using them, even though it may seem quite easy to use right here. So that is one way to do it. But what you would have to do is go and actually get an account on Simplex or on MoonPay, sign up, do KYC, ID details, etc., have an account there, and then go ahead and trade. There's no point doing that. We need to use the major exchanges. They're cheaper, they're more reliable, and they're just way better in every way. So I'll show you exactly how to get crypto into those exchanges to then sell out. The best way to cash out of our crypto is to send our assets into one of the major exchanges. From there, we can swap it into a fiat currency and withdraw to a bank account. And it's the most robust way. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the exchange that we have accepts the asset that we're sending and the blockchain that we're sending it on. So I'm going to click Ethereum and press send. I've got some ETH on the Ethereum mainnet. So I have to go over to the exchange and make sure that they accept this asset on this blockchain. Most of the major assets are all going to be accepted. Major stable coins are accepted too. If you're trading some smaller coins, not all exchanges support those coins. So what you'd have to do is actually swap those first on a decentralized exchange for a major coin, like the L1 coin of the blockchain that you're using, or a stable coin. And those majors are going to be accepted at all the exchanges. So as long as you have a major coin that's accepted and they accept the blockchain that you're using, we have no issues. So what I'm going to do is go over to the centralized exchange and make sure that they accept the asset that I'm sending on the blockchain that I'm sending it on. The best exchange to use is going to differ depending on which region that you're in. If you're in the States, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken are great. If you're in Europe, it's going to be a little bit patchy. Some exchanges have great fiat currency on and off ramps in some countries and not others. So it's going to depend. What I'll do is I'll list the top exchanges down in the description below, and then underneath I'll list the countries that they are best in, and so you can make a decision. I'm sure you have an exchange already anyway, but if you don't, you can see those details. I'll also leave info on the deposit and trading bonuses on these exchanges. Most exchanges give some sort of sign up or deposit bonus if you're new on there, so I'll leave all of the details below in the description for you. But from here, we just need to know that the exchange accepts the asset and the blockchain. So I'm going to go to Crypto.com here and press ETH because we're sending that in. It's this one here, so it obviously accepts. And that means it accepts the blockchain as well because this is the native asset. So what I'm going to do is press deposit. And up here, it says network. So I know that I've got ETH on the Ethereum mainnet, which is this one, ERC20. If you click this, you can see all of the different chains that are supported here. So if you've got ETH on any of these chains, that means you can send it in to Crypto.com and they will deposit that into your account, and then you can sell it for a fiat currency. I'll also show you on OKX because, as you can see, it's exactly the same process. You go to deposit cryptocurrency. I'm going to select the crypto, which is ETH, and then it says network. I need to make sure that they accept the Ethereum mainnet, which they do, and that's my deposit address. So we're going to copy our deposit address like this. I'll actually do the Crypto.com one, and then we're going to go back into our Ledger and make sure we send it out to this address. Now we'll go back into our Ledger Live and we're going to carry on with the send transaction. So like I said, I've pasted in the recipient address here, which is the address of my Crypto.com. Now from here, we're going to press continue. I would make sure every time you send assets out of your wallet that you go through this process afresh each time. So go to your centralized exchange, get the deposit address like I just did, and then copy it and paste it. The reason being there is an attack where people actually send you small amounts of crypto from an address that looks very similar to the previous addresses that you've used. And a lot of people go into previously used addresses or their history and copy an address from there where it's actually not your address. So don't make that mistake. Always go through this process fresh each time. Go to the exchange, get the official wallet address, and then copy and paste it. So we're going to press continue here, and it says the account. Now, it shows that I've got an amount of ETH, and what can I do? Well, I can send an amount of ETH right here. So if I want to choose, whatever that is, I can do that. So in the amount of ETH, I can also choose the dollar amount right here. So maybe I want to spend, $30 or whatever it is. And you can do that as you wish. Now down here, this is how you pay for the transaction. This is a blockchain transaction, and so we're paying the blockchain to carry it out. This is not a payment to Ledger. Ledger are just allowing us to actually go through with this on the blockchain. So what should you do? I would always choose medium or fast. It's up to you. If you choose slow, that means that you're paying less money than other people to use the blockchain. And if the blockchain is very busy, your transaction is going to be put to the back of the queue. And during busy times, it may not get done for a really long time. And that's obviously not good, especially on Bitcoin. If things are very busy, you don't want to be paying low fees because you'll basically put down the queue and you'll never get in unless people have their transactions performed before you. So just go for medium. And you can see it's like $2.50 here. And this is a flat fee paid to the blockchain. So it's not going to change no matter how much you actually send. From here, we're going to press continue. So I'm just going to choose an amount of ETH to send. Once you've confirmed that, press continue. And it's going to give you the summary here. So you can see it's from my Ethereum account. I can double check the address that it's going to. And now I can press continue right here. Now you need to have your Ledger device plugged in. And whatever blockchain that you're using, you need to be using that app. So for Bitcoin, it's the Bitcoin app. For Ethereum, it's the Ethereum app, etc., etc. So just have the app open. You can sign the transaction on your device. So on my device right now, it says, please review the transaction. You can see all of the details again. I'm going to press accept and send. And that should actually send the assets from my Ledger into the address that I chose, which is my crypto.com account. Depending on the blockchain and the crypto exchange that you're using, this could take anywhere from 30 seconds to 10 minutes or so. In any case, once it's cleared and settled in your account, we can then trade it for a fiat currency. So I've got ETH here and I'm going to press trade. Every crypto exchange is exactly the same, right? You're going to deposit in the crypto. Now you can trade it for the fiat currency of your region. Now, if you don't know how to use these platforms, how to get set up on them, I've got step-by-step beginners guides for all of the exchanges. I'll list them down in the description below, and then you can see exactly everything. But I've got the ETH here, and I'm going to switch it into USD. Up here in the top left, you can see the spot trading pairs. So I'm going to trade it into USD. There's also Euro trading pairs here if you wanted to do that. And in your region, there's going to be your region's fiat currency. So I'm going to choose ETH against USD. And we want to sell. So I'm going to press sell on the trading interface. I'm just going to use a market order so we get it done. And we're selling in to USD because we know that the trading pair up here is the USD trading pair. Up in the top left, you can see that. So I'm selling ETH. I'm just going to get the market order done, press confirm, and that sells the ETH into USD. Now we can actually withdraw that USD to our bank account. All crypto exchanges are exactly the same in the way that they work here. So we now have a fiat currency on the platform. For me, I've got this USD asset here, and I can go and withdraw it. This is going to change depending on which region you're in. Wire, ACH, SEPA, faster payments, any other payment system. You're going to just be given the options that you have. So I'm going to press bank transfer like this. And it's going to give me SEPA, SWIFT, and faster payments options. GBP not available, but I can use these two. So I can go and withdraw it. Now, when setting up a bank account with a centralized exchange, they are definitely going to need your KYC info, so that's passport or ID card, and probably a proof of address like a bank statement or something else, utility bill. That's just what they need to connect fiat currency payments to your crypto exchange account. So go ahead and do that. Like I said, tutorial videos below on exactly how to do that for all of the exchanges, but you can withdraw this fiat currency now via the banking system to your bank details. Using the major centralized exchanges with a bank transfer is always going to be the cheapest way. Major exchanges will charge you anywhere from about 10 to 25 basis points for trading. And a bank transfer could either be free or they may charge you like 10 to 15 bucks. It depends which banking system. If you want to withdraw to a card, that's going to be more expensive because the card issuers are going to charge you like 2% of the value. So always try to use a bank account. Just to show you how this works with another exchange though, again, We have the crypto and the fiat currency. So I've got dirhams here. You send in some ETH, you sell that ETH for the fiat currency that you have. You go over to your account and press withdraw. You have the withdrawal option for the fiat currency, and I've linked a bank account here, so that just would send out to my bank account. When you link bank accounts to exchanges, they must have ID and probably proof of address. And also, you sometimes actually have to send in a small payment first to link your accounts, and so they know that it's your account that you have access to before actually withdrawing. So that process you have to go through. Like I said, all the tutorial videos for that I'll link down in the description. Deposit and trading bonuses to the exchanges I use down there as well. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.